At dawn with the pelicans in flight, coffee brewing strong by dawn's early light. Waves whisper secrets to my open heart. The life around this water gets me off to a great start. Parrots wild, squawking loud in the old palm tree. Dolphin smiles, brighter than the Texas sun on me. We chase simple dreams, nothing fancy or grand, just honest days in this promised land. God gives rainbow horizons to those in this happy lane. Diamonds dancing on the waves, back sparkling again. Honest living, a pursuit of peace, family ties and the happiness we seek. Love, forgotten country running deep in our veins. Through the storms and the trials we break those chains. Good living brings the blessings we see. Rainbow horizons calling to me. Living each moment, giving truth from the heart. No deceptions woven, no false starts. It goes like a front porch swaying in the ocean breeze. Watching the sunset fade away with pink and blue ease. Teach the young ones right from wrong with care. Hold them close when the world's unfair. In this Gulf Coast life we find our way, building memories that never stray. Oh, rainbow horizons after the rain, diamonds dancing on the waves back again. Honest living in pursuit of peace, family ties and the happiness we seek. Love, forgotten country running deep in our veins. Through the storms and the trials we break those chains. Good living brings the blessings we see. Rainbow horizons calling to me. When the night falls quiet and the stars shine bright, I thank the Lord for this humble light, for the flag that waves and the grace from above, filling our hearts with endless love. No riches compared to the peace we found in the tides we ride and the love all around. No rainbow horizons after the rain, diamonds dancing on the waves back again. Honest living in pursuit of peace, family ties and the happiness we seek. Love, forgotten country running deep in our veins. Through the storms and the trials we break those chains. Good living brings the blessings we see. Rainbow horizons forever free. Yeah. Your rainbow horizons calling me.
Well, good morning, everybody. I wish I could be here in my happy, upbeat little tone like my music, but well, I'm irritated. And the thing that I am so irritated by is Lauren Matthias. If you want to know the truth of the matter, Lauren Matthias of Hidden True Crime, well, she has got some nerve, all right? Or there's something terribly wrong with her. I don't know what it is, and I guess we can leave that up to her, the good doctor, John. Right? We can let Dr. John worry about what may or may not be wrong with Lauren. But we're going to talk about what Lauren has done that has caused me to be so outraged. I have a question. Does it look like, again, StreamYard? is a problem. It says it's on full screen layout, but it's not changing. Are y'all seeing the full screen? Again, I don't know if my computer has its brain scrambled. If I just, HP has got a big sale going on. Maybe I just need to get me a new computer because it looked like everything was working great. And then right before I went live, it switched off. Does it look full screen, Cinnamon? Are you seeing the full screen layout? Okay, I'm removed. I see avatar bubble moving as you speak. I don't know why it's due. Okay, let me try one more time to share my document. Ever since they started their vertical scrolling, my StreamYard has not looked right. Okay, that should look right. Does that look normal, Cinnamon? I hope that looks good. I'm trying to get logged onto my account on my phone so I can look. When I have these problems, it makes me mad, and I just decide I'm just going to go buy a computer, even though it's probably an easy enough fix. Thank you, Cutter McGee. Thank you, Cinnamon. All right. So I'm outraged. Okay. I don't mind saying it. I am outraged. I think, okay, so it's my opinion that Lauren Matthias is in the middle of maybe a breakdown of some kind. I think she's panicking, right? And when people panic, they make mistakes. When people panic, they have poor judgment. You would hope that between Lauren and then she's living in the home with a clinical psychologist, you would hope that at least one of them would be able to say, hey, I think right now at this point in our lives, we're feeling very pressured for multiple reasons, but money is probably the biggest reason, right? We're feeling very pressured, and any good psychologist will tell you should never make an important decision when you're under pressure. How many of you guys have heard that? When you're in a period in your life when something happens that you're dealing with something that includes increased anxiety, perhaps increased depression, anything that is causing a notable shift in your day-to-day living, that is not the time to be making decisions that will have long-term ramifications. Correct? Thank you, B. Frank. Exactly, Cinnamon. Always wait, DB. You're exactly right. Always wait. And that is not what I see happening over there in the Matthias house, aka Hidden True Crime Channel. In the house of Matthias, I see one blunder after another. Like they're like a snowball, right? They're just rolling down this hill, and their snowball, well, with this latest move, their snowball has reached gargantuan levels. It's enormous, absolutely enormous. So it may be a little confusing why I feel very outraged about this. Lauren's already earned herself a place on the future 5 worst true crime cringes. Listen, Lauren, no shit, girly. Okay, I'm gonna just talk to you woman to woman, professional to professional. You are going to end up being the biggest joke on YouTube. When they do top 10 YouTube jokers, you are going to be sitting right there in the top 5. I believe that in my heart. You are behaving in a way that should be absolutely career ending as far as career is. I'm a YouTube creator. And you are. Make no mistake about it, little missy. You are acting as a YouTube creator. You are not a decorated journalist. That is not who you are. You're a little girl playing big girl games, and you have no idea what you're doing to real human beings. None. You want to burn your house down. You want to destroy your life. Fine, do that. And for God's sake, do it with the camera off, okay? But when you start going after people whose entire family was wiped out by a crazy lady, well, now you've earned yourself in the top 5 of the top 10 list of the internet's biggest jokes. Now then, I'm furious. I don't mind saying it. I know that there will be Lauren lackeys that are going to come in here. I know we're going to have the hidden true crime sycophants in here, like Web Sleuths. Trish, what are you thinking, Trish? What is going on in your head? Same thing with Megan. What are you doing? Like, are you paying attention? The video that Lauren seems to feel is her original work of art is a video with a compilation of nothing but photographs of the family of Kay Woodcock that was destroyed, wiped out by an insane, narcissistic heifer named Lori, a sister Mormon to Lauren Matthias. Yes, they're sister Mormons. They embrace the same mindset that seemed to serve as an underpinning to Lori's homicidal rage. Think about that. Trish is a huge disappointment in this. Huge. Now, let me give you a little bit of background about why this is so important. You're looking at documents from the Copyright Claims Board. Okay, now we make a copyright claim when we do a copyright strike when we believe a channel is using our original work in a way that exceeds fair use. Okay. When that happens, we can do a copyright strike, and that is sending out a message to the person using your content. Hey, I think you're unfairly using my content. I don't think you're following the rules of being able to share little clips with each other and such. I think you're breaking those rules of fair use. And so I want you to take that content down. Now, if the person that was using the original content if they believe that they are absolutely following the laws of fair use, then they can say, no, I'm not taking it down, and it is my original content, or I am using that content properly. So we're going to need to fight it out in court because I'm in the right here. Now, I have no idea what Crush's position is, okay? It's none of my business. If she wants to come up on channel and tell everybody what it is, or she wants to go on her channel and tell everybody what it is, that is her deal. I don't know what it is, and we'll have to wait and see when it finally is heard in a court. But what you see here is you see the escalation, right? And you see the escalation that the original copyright strike has now been moved to the Copyright Claims Board. It's now in a legal tribunal. Okay, the tribunal consists of 3 judges. They resolve copyright disputes that have claims that go up to about $30,000. This is meant to offer a more affordable alternative to federal court, right? And it was established in 2020. It hasn't really been around that long, but basically everything's done virtual, online, and this is the court, if you will, where the proceedings that handle these claims for copyright owners and users, mostly from social media stuff, where they are then litigated, and they're less expensive, but they're also highly streamlined. You don't do depositions. You don't have extensive evidence, but you're certainly allowed to present some evidence. But it's not like a full-blown trial, if you will. So okay, so the way that it works, so the original claimant will file a claim and they have to pay a fee. So Hidden True Crime has literally paid money to be able to take the family of JJ, Tylee, and Charles Vallow to court. All right. So if the claim is deemed eligible, then the respondent will be formally notified, and there'll be 60 days to decide whether to opt in or opt out of the proceeding. If they decide to opt out, the claimant can then choose to proceed with a dispute in federal court if they are really motivated. If the respondent opts in, then the case moves forward with a streamlined online process, and the parties can present their evidence. The CCB, which is the Copyright Claims Board, their decision is binding. So that is the final determination. And the claimant, if they win, they can seek damages up to $30,000. Yes, Lauren Matthias. You're literally taking a family that has been leveled by trauma. Where is your forensic psychologist husband in the mix? Where is he? I can only guess that he has left the home, because I cannot believe, Lauren, I cannot believe that a forensic psychologist of any caliber would ever think, oh, yeah. Go ahead and take a family that has experienced 4 murders by another family member and just sue them, drag them through court, try to get money from them, deny them access to their own deceased family members' photographs. You stuck up, snobby, selfish, heifer. Your behavior in this entire debacle has been an obscenity to me. An obscenity, Lauren. There's nothing righteous here. There's nothing that you've done that would reflect any manner of empathy, kindness, help, just basic human respect. You are acting like a pig, Lauren. You're acting like a pig, an outright pig. Well, anyway, so Lauren, these proceedings that will happen, guess what, honey? They're freely accessible to the public. Yep. That means it's all going to be live streamed, Lauren. You don't get the protection of being in federal court, Lauren. It's all live streamed. Everything is virtual, including the hearing. And we, the people, are going to be watching the little pay piggies that are sitting in court filing copyright claims against crime victims. We the people get to watch that bullshit. I sure hope that great and talented forensic psychologist doesn't make an appearance at your side. Now, there are safeguards with the Copyright Claims Board that stops abusive practices like filing frivolous claims, right? You're limited to how many of your claims can go to the CCB board. And people that are determined to bring frivolous copyright claims, yeah, you can be penalized financially, actually. But you don't really care about that, do you, Lauren? You don't care about being penalized financially because you're sitting on a mountain of cash, aren't you, sweetie? You're sitting on a mountain of cash. And what exactly was the content that made you that mountain of cash? Oh, I remember, was the death of a little boy, J.J. Vallow. Wait. And his father, Charles Vallow. And a little girl, Kylie. Oh, wait, there's more. Tammy Daybell. Right? Your little mountain of cash that you now use and wield like a sword on us little people, that mountain of cash is blood money, Lauren. It's blood money. And you are now using that cash to hurt the people that loved JJ and Charles and Tylee and Tammy Daybell. You are turning on them with the cash you made from their deaths. What did you lose, Lauren? What the fuck have you lost? Not anything. I have a stalker. I have a stalker. A stalker. A stalker. A stalker. A stalker. I have a stalker. I have a stalker. I hope Christina sues your ass off for defamation. The only thing we saw and all the evidence that you put out was a sniveling, crying little baby, Lauren. We saw a woman who, along with her Renfro, was actually the stalker. The evidence that you put out during your 9-hour temper tantrum was actually evidence to prove that you and Grayson are the stalkers, and Christina was harmed by your dumbass. The video, as we read these documents, here, let me explain what her issue is. So Kresha did a long live. There is, in fact, a video that was played. The problem is that Lauren took the video. She took all these family photographs of JJ and Charles. She took all these photographs and made like a montage. Okay. Now, yeah, Lauren is the stalker. Exactly, DB. According to the videos we've seen, according to the police body cam, it was actually Christina that needed protection. Lauren, do you know, you idiot? Do you know that it is illegal to lie to a detective? Do you know that? You lied to your little friend. Oh my God. So Kresha played her family photographs at the beginning of the video, or as she's talking in the video, right? In her live, she's talking. There's a video playing in the background that is pictures of her family that came from Kay Woodcock, but was also stolen directly from the Facebook photographs that were on the family Facebooks. Yeah. Isn't that right, Lauren? Isn't that right? You're going to say, oh, they were a gift to me. Oh, hell no. I hope you're ready to be able to defend that. You stole those pictures off of the public pages of the family members. You did. This is the hill you die on, Lauren. This is it. This is the hill. Hidden True Crime is gone. And now the True Crime channel, formerly known as HTC, will now be, this is who we really are. The real Matthias True Crime channel, right? The one that's visible. You know what a normal person does, Lauren? Let me explain to you. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Explain to you what a normal person does. You see those pictures being played by a family member, and you hear Kresha speaking. Oh, by the way, when I read these documents to you, this is hilarious. You are a fucking idiot, Lauren. She claims it wasn't commentary. Kresha talking over the pictures. It's not commentary. It's not commentary, Lauren. Did you ask your PhD husband honey, dear, what is commentary? Like, what is that word commentary? What does that mean? My Dr. Brilliant John. Oh, okay. Oh, here it is. I can give it to you. According to Webster Dictionary, the Oxford Dictionary. Let me tell you, idiot, Lauren. Commentary is an expression of opinions or offering of explanations about an event or a situation. Yes, idiot Lauren, I am engaging in commentary right now. Your dumbass literally put on the papers going to the copyright claim board, Kresha was not engaging in commentary. What? God. What? Are you okay, Lauren? Like, have your senses completely just got up and left the building? Like Elvis. Hey, I'm Lauren. My senses are named Elvis. They have gotten up and left the building. She literally wrote in this document, let me find it. Hold on. I think it's here. Here it is, right here. Okay, at the very top. She's describe the infringement. Okay, so she's filling out her very important paperwork, because don't you know she's queen of the mountain of blood money, and she's acting like a woman who knows that she's queen of the mountain of blood money. And so she's dressed like, I don't know, Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no other thing will. You're gross, Lauren. You're a disgusting human. As the character you play on YouTube, this is disgusting behavior. Let me read to you what this awful woman wrote against Kresha. Think about this. Kresha K. Sorry about that, Kresha. Played our entire video on her YouTube channel. She took our content. Lauren, shut the hell up. You nasty, empty cretin. She took our content, which we wrote, directed, produced entirely on our own. You're telling me you were there when JJ was laughing and happy and running around playing? You were there to take video and picture of that, Kresha? Is that right? You took photographs of Charles Vallow smiling for the camera? You were there for that? Really? She says, Kresha took my content that I wrote and directed and produced entirely on my own from my YouTube channel, Hidden True Crime, and then she played it on her own channel. It is identical to ours. Those are her family members that you put on your video, you idiot. It is identical to ours, except she talked out loud while streaming our video so that she could claim it was commentary. Tisk, 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 Lauren. You might want to ask your forensic psychology husband about cognitive distortions, dear. You have no idea what Kresha is thinking. You have no way of knowing what is in Kresha's mind at any given moment. Do you know that? Her thoughts are her own. And how dare you put on a legal document that you have the ability to read minds? You don't. She claims it's identical to my video, except Kresha talked out loud while streaming my video so that she could claim it was commentary, when in fact, it was not commentary. It was not commentary. It certainly wasn't education. Crying again? Are you crying again, Lauren? Really? You're crying again, you idiot? You're crying again? Aren't you a journalist? Are you sure you're having trouble? Are you sure you're having trouble with the definition of commentary? Really? You're supposed to be the great and powerful wizard of journalism, right? I am a journalist. Meet me, the great Lauren Matthias. I am the only real journalist on YouTube. I am not a YouTube creator. No, I am only the greatest journalist of all time on YouTube. But don't ask me to define commentary, because I'm going to have a little trouble with that one. Yeah, that's one of the big words. It's got multiple syllables. I'm a journalist who uses monosyllabic words in my writing. Right, Lauren? Commentary, an expression of opinions or offering of explanations about an event or situation or the heinous murders of my uncle and JJ and Tylee and Tammy Daybell and any others that Lori Vallow likely killed, like Joe Ryan. I don't know, Lauren. Color me stupid, Lauren. All right? But here's a question. Wouldn't you think that the very people that had these people in their lives that they shared DNA with, don't you think those people ought to be allowed to have a fucking opinion? I do. I do. I don't think your opinion matters at all, Lauren. I think you're full of shit. I think you're an opportunist. I think you engage in exploitation. And I think the money that you're sitting on is blood money at the deaths of 2 children. How do you like that? I think your opinion is no more valuable or worthy than my own. And don't get me started on that man that supposedly sleeps in your bed every night and his professional opinions. You do not want to hear that. I think another definition for commentary, a set of explanatory or critical notes on a text, I think that's probably appropriate as well, don't you? That you exploited this family by stealing the pictures of their murdered loved ones so that you could sit in front of a camera and pretend like you're the cutest little trick in shoe leather. You're none of those things, Lauren. You're fake. You're phony. You're a fraud. You're a grifter. That's all you are. You're a grifter who is in a panic right now. You want to know why? Because there's no more trials, are there? There's no more trials from this family. There's no more trials. Now, how are you going to get your blood money? It's over, isn't it? It's over. So what'd you decide to do, Lauren? You decide to sue the family that's already gone through, 5-6 years of living hell, true hell. Now you're going to sue them for some of their money? You're disgusting. This is just, I don't even know how to even describe how disgusted I am. You're running around on YouTube striking all these people, trying to shut up people from having an opinion about you because you want to keep your blood money rolling in. The problem is it's over, Lauren. This family will now be entitled to some level of peace. It's time for them to start healing. You can't take that, can you? You can't stand that because you got this delusional little game going on in your little sick, shriveled up brain that says, I fought for justice for JJ. I did that. I had to be there in the courtroom so JJ would get justice. You literally said that, you disgusting pig. You also said that you knew just how Charles Vallow felt. Oh, really? Is that right? You think Christina put you through the nightmare that Charles Vallow lived through? Is that it, really? You idiot. You're an idiot. Of all the people that I've seen come and go on YouTube, you're it, babe. You're the worst, man. You are the worst. You have no right to do this to their family. You have no right to drag them through a court system with this bullshit, just like what you did with Christina. 9 hours. You said the word stalker how many times? Like, I don't know, 287 times. Stalker, stalker, stalker. Bullshit. The camera footage came out. You, babe, you were the stalker, Lauren. Man, I'm mad at you. Leave them alone, you crazy bitch. Leave them alone. Give Crusha and Kay and Larry and Colby, give them back the rights to their photographs. They're my photographs. You can't have them, my photographs. You idiot. You sound like a small child, Lauren. You sound like a little child. Yeah, that's the other part, right, Cinnamon? Hell yeah. The comparison to Charles Vallow when he was desperately pleading with cops to help him. Do you realize, Lauren, the man had his flight canceled. He rebooked another flight. He got on an airplane and flew to Arizona. When he got there, nobody was there to pick him up. When he got to his house, his truck, his furniture, everything was gone. Lori literally tried to erase the man. You believe you know how he felt? A crazy woman stole his child. He had no idea where JJ and Tylee were. But you felt like him because of Christina. You little toddler. You're a toddler. You and John need to put that 8-year-old kid in charge of your home if this is the kind of thing that you think is okay. All right, I've had my rant. I've had my say. I'm not done, Lauren. I'll be back. We're going to keep this going until you do the right thing. This is so wrong, Lauren. This is so stupid, and in no way does it advance your channel. You know what it does, Lauren? All it does, it continues to reveal to the YouTube true crime community that you are a big, fat, wrinkled, aging fraud. That's all it does. That's all it does. It just means you're a fraud. Because normal people, they know you don't go after crime victims. You leave them the hell alone. And here's another clue, Lauren. Normal women know that wrinkles, they're a badge of honor. Every wrinkle earned is because you survived another day with dignity and respect. Those wrinkles are an indication of the wisdom that we old ladies carry around inside of us. Wisdom, you bitch. I don't know. Call me crazy. I'd love to see how much filler has migrated into your brain. Stop this farce. Stop it. It's not going to get you more money. It's not going to get your big fancy mansion finished, is it? That's what it's really about, isn't it? That's the hidden part. Sorry, excuse me, Lauren, for letting the cat out of the bag. You guys, don't tell anyone. Lauren's trying to finish her mansion. Yeah, her mansion. She needs more money to finish the mansion. And now the trials are finished. She didn't get the views from the other trials that she tried to attend. She's not getting the views from the interviews not connected to Lori Vallow's reign of terror. Do you think, here's a question I'm going to leave you guys with. Do you think Lauren and John Matthias, do you think when they go to bed at night and they say their prayers, do you think they pray that there'll be another family annihilator that will kill a whole bunch of kids so that they can keep making money? That is a sobering thought, isn't it? Can you imagine the sickness of a person that is laying in bed praying for another Lori Vallow to wipe out their family so that she and John can continue making money? Damn, Lauren. That is probably going to be my topic for my next video. You're a pig, Lauren. You're a pig. Do the right thing. Do what every single true crime subscriber in this community would do. Leave the families of JJ, Tylee, Charles Vallow, Tammy Daybell, leave them in peace. And for God's sake, you crazy bitch, give them back their photographs to their murdered family members. Please. And then I'll shut up and go back to acting like, I've got a little sense. But until then, I'm just going to call it out like I see it. I think you're full of shit, Lauren. I think you're a big, fat fraud. You are a woman who claims to be a journalist, and you seem to be having trouble with the definition of commentary. You dumbass.